Hey there everybody, Niggeroth here, bringing you something a little bit new, a little bit special. At least it's special to me because, well, normally I don't really get approached to do any kind of reviews or special stuff, but, well, I guess somebody thought it might be right up my alleyway to give their game a little bit of a look-see. Now, I don't know too much about this game, and really, I probably wouldn't have done this, but I looked at the trailer for this game, and I thought, man, that actually looks pretty interesting. Now, I think the reason that I probably had not heard of this game, Dead Secret, before, is I guess primarily, originally, it was a VR-only game, and it was released, I think, October of 2015, but I guess it is coming out for Steam and PS4, and I think a few other peripherals, not just I think Oculus or other VR systems. So they sent me a little preview copy, and I decided why not throw together like a quick look-see, and we'll see how it is. Now, I am going to be going into this blind, so I'll see hopefully how well that goes, and hopefully it doesn't turn into a horrific train wreck, but we will find out. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started.
Harris Bullard was found dead in his study 5 days ago. Nobody believes me, but I think he was murdered. This house in the middle of nowhere holds the secret. There's a story hiding here, and I'm going to cover it. If I'm right, there are 4 major suspects: Graham Wellington, Josie Herrera, Cynthia Peckman, Bobby Sawyer. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened.
And already, I will say I'm pretty impressed by the voice acting. I mean, it does a pretty good job, even though, as far as I know, this is still kind of in a little bit of an early state. But yeah, they had a little bit of a story description in their notes that they attached to the game. We are playing a young reporter named Patricia, who has decided to get her first big scoop by coming out to this remote farmhouse here to investigate a murder. And, well, I guess it's something of a murder mystery adventure game where we're going to have to piece together all the clues and figure out just what happened to that elderly looking gentleman there. But yeah, the controls I'm just trying to figure out. Looks like we can investigate maybe with the magnifying lens. Let's see, what about this piano? Alright. Nice little typewriter text here because we are, a reporter. Yeah, Mr. Bullard is the guy we're investigating the murder of. Let's see, alright, so this is just pretty much indicating this way is not really going to be an available option to us, so I guess we're not going to be heading over there, but, well, I guess whenever we can walk or move, it doesn't look like we can move of our own volition. Instead, we have to use this foot icon here to move about. I think. There we go. There we are. Let's see, what do we got here? Got a newspaper. Oh yeah, apparently this game is taking place during the 60s or possibly the 50s. Yeah, there we go, 65. Let's see, Harris Bullard, a retired teacher, discovered by Bobby Sawyer. I think that was the errand boy that they mentioned. Let's see, Bullard moved in Rampo Way. Possibly a reference to Japanese mystery writer. I think his name was Rampo Katan, which I'm possibly butchering the name of, but that's okay. Let's see, eyebrow. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I got off track there. See, so his assistant moved in with him, who is, I guess, a bit of a scandal because she was a younger lady. Let's see, Harris was a genius. The field of neuroscience. So, a neuroscientist moves out to the middle of nowhere with his younger assistant, and is found dead. But was ruled a natural death. So we got I guess we have our list of notes here. So yeah, Bobby Sawyer was the errand boy that found the body. There's his younger live-in assistant. And his very, very not evil at all looking ex-wife. And his former colleague. So, I mean, a bit of that we already could figure out from, that intro plot dump. But yeah, I was trying to remember the decade because I see here that there's this little mention of the Cold War, which, communism, Red China and all that, so, topical. Let's see what we got here. Can't open it with my bare hands. So, that seems like we're going to have to find something to open that up with. Let's see. Otherwise, pretty shabby looking digs here. Do not even begin to understand why a man in neuroscience decided to move out here, but, look what we got here. It's the crime scene. Alright. Lots of... I guess these would be talismans. It's a bit hard to tell from the characters themselves. I mean, it looks like it could very well be Japanese. I have a reasonably good knowledge differentiating between, the written languages of Eastern countries. But yeah, I think this looks Japanese at least. And, well, yeah, we might as well check that out. It's always good to see the scene of the crime, but no, it is locked, which is, I guess, understandable. I assume the police have been out here and, investigated everything, and yeah, well, I guess at this point now the movers are out here. I'm assuming everything is cleaned up, so I don't know. Maybe the realtor left behind some keys. Oh, no. Alright, so I guess our first thing is to figure out how to get keys. Well, I don't think it was anything over here. It looked like we could head back outside. No? Can't go outside. Maybe there's something in one of these individual boxes? No? Maybe in... It didn't look like we could investigate any of the drawers. Or maybe we can. Okay. Nothing in that one. Alright. Third time's a charm? Yeah, there we go. It is a small key. Hopefully it is a useful key. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting used to this whole like you can kind of tell a lot of this game was built for what appears to be VR because we're always in kind of this weird 3D space. All right, so whoa, that's a weird crowd noise, but yeah, I guess once we find something to progress, the game is nice enough to tell us, well, now you can go on with your objective. So let's check out the crime scene. Got a lot of stuff to investigate in here. Well, might as well start with the chalk outline of Mr. Bullard. Alright, So he had been dead a couple of days. Not too much information there, I guess. What do we got? Yeah, I already saw what looks to be a slip of paper here. Let's see what that is. Portion of a manuscript. Let's see. 26, I met a man who could see with his skin. Sorry, I normally try not to read everything. Alright, so I guess a blind guy could, I guess, have psychic powers? Described it as a shift in the wind or a slight breeze on his face. That's it. Oh no, there we got more. Ability to form a mental image. Idiofocus. I'm not sure what that is. Granted, he had only access to a very narrow range, but the result was powerful. Alright, so Bullard, I guess, was investigating, I guess, the mind's ability to conceive things without, all the senses, maybe. And also, it reads, Eyeless Joe found dead in hotel. I guess that might be the guy that was reading with his skin? Sure. Anything else hiding in the cushions? Maybe we'll find a quarter. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's see what else we got. We got a lovely painting. Well, it's very comparative to what we see outside, so yeah, I guess if you find the outside bleak, I guess that too would be pretty bleak. Yeah, we can't investigate the chalk outline anymore. Let's see what we got here. Anything? Ah, it's a record player. No records though. Sure though we could probably find one somewhere in here. Yeah, we got a lovely Japanese lithograph. Don't want to say it's a painting. Could very well be any number of Japanese folk tales. They really love their abandoned, lonely women in snowy drifts. And also goes with just like, I guess, the general feel of the room with the bleakness, I guess. And thankfully there are plenty of innocuous things in the room to investigate. Let's see, you've got lots of books. I guess he was not a big reader. I wouldn't assume that he has been dead so long that everything that was normally used would be covered in dust, but who knows? Maybe he wasn't big on house cleaning. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Nice little hidden compartment. Find a tiny camera lens. Alright. Sure we found that for a reason. Don't see anything in there, though. We can't. Doesn't seem like we can move to investigate it any closer. I assume these are his degrees. Yeah, his diplomas. Let's see. What? Oh, there's another page over there. Let's check that out. Yeah, I don't know how well I'm set on the inability to walk of my own volition, that we're just kind of locked into specific spots, especially since even while walking, you still have like a full range of looking around, so you're just kind of gliding about, spinning. But I guess there's another manuscript page. Ah, yes, the Snow Woman. That's what I was thinking of. Old man and son. Middle of the night. Door blown open. There was a long-haired woman, white kimono. Pretty common folk tale here. Normally, this woman is not a good omen. Yeah, the father froze to death and never spoke of the episode. He married a young girl. They were very happy, but the father's death still weighed on him one night. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a tale that has been, I guess, redone a couple times. So basically, a horrible spirit visits a person. Usually, that horrible demon spirit goes kill somebody, and the next day, a woman approaches and says, like, "Oh, you're gonna have the best of luck, but you can't talk about the horrible thing you've seen." And then inevitably, they talk about it, and yeah, the young, beautiful woman that they marry ends up being the thing they saw murder the person, and they get murdered too. It's pretty classic tale that we see here in its Japanese form. I assume that it has to do with something regarding our tale here. I mean, I assumed with the weird mixture of Japanese imagery and folktale and the talismans on the door, that this guy would not be into the neuroscience, not really into the brain doctory, but I guess Japanese studies are maybe his hobby. Let's see, we got anything else here? We got a few books. And one appears to be missing. I don't think we've seen it anywhere. All of them are not in English. That one looks a little strange, but I guess that's not what we're looking for. Can we go over? Can we look out the window? Yeah, okay. Anything of interest out there? Whoa. I guess that was supposed to be a scare. Yeah, pretty dreary September. Let's see. How about this desk and stuff over here? Got this really bizarre. Is that clay? I guess that could be clay. It looks like it's missing a mate here. At least that's what I assume this indention is supposed to be. Yeah, one of them is missing. Yeah, globe. Huh. I assume with his fascination with Japan, maybe... Oh, yep. How did I know he loved Japan? Alright. Oh, there we go. Alright, I solved the puzzle. What do we get? Let's get a better look at it on the desk. That sounds like a good idea. Alright. So it looks like one piece is missing. Alright, so this is some type of puzzle box, maybe? Alright, and it's a note. What's north? Okay. So that symbol is... Oh, that doesn't even look like a symbol that's on there. Alright. So we are hopefully going to find some more clues to solve this. There looks like there's some reading material here. Can I can't type. So, oh, maybe I can use that. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna take a little bit of poking around to figure out what we can interact with. Writing about the Ouija boards. Bill Ben Carpenter. Idiometer effect occurs when the subconscious mind takes control of the body without conscious mind realizing it. Involuntary actions, because responses are driven by existing knowledge. Another example of this is the phenomenon of dowsing, using a divining rod to locate water. The dowser's subconscious mind is highly sensitive. Let's see. So it's probably not something supernatural, it's just, the mind, the subconscious taking over. My research seeks direct access to this knowledge, complete with unfiltered linkage. I call this state idiofocus, which we did see him mention previously in regards to that guy who could magically, feel stuff, or be able to comprehend stuff just by, changes in temperature and things like that. So what does it say? Something is after me. It's creeping around the house, trying to get in. I heard footsteps outside. I've taken the idiofocal lens. Maybe that's that camera lens we found. I sent you a package that you'll know what to do with. Check the map for the mask. Alright. P.S. The sequence is west, east, and north. Alright. It would be a great hook if we can figure out how to solve this puzzle. Alright, so we have the symbol for north. And we have this box. I'm assuming that what we're missing here is north. And we can assume then that maybe that's south and west and east. Possibly. So now we just gotta find that missing button. More reading. I am Woodcutter. Your past is cut up with you. It is over. It's lovely. Hopefully not someone that has anything against our lovely reporter here. Let's see how it goes. That will be a lovely option to open up that package. And another lens? Alright. God, those crows are really noisy. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, I was wondering, I'm pretty sure I have a way to access my inventory here. Alright, so we got a couple stuff. No, what's the final drawer hold? No. Okay. Alright, so using my deductive reasoning here. Well, let's finish exploring the last little bit of the room here. I don't have too much left. Got some lovely masks up here. Now, these look like your normal dramatic mask. They might be part of no theater. They might be part of some theater. Because no kind of, never mind. But yeah, this one, obviously has a very sinister look about it. Perhaps they saw the murder. One can assume. Let's see. Anything? Quantum mechanics. Not exactly light reading. I definitely understand that. Still no missing book. I feel like we're gonna have to find that missing book at some point. Patricia, you gotta focus. You really gotta focus. We got a murder to solve, and a reporting career to start. Yeah, let's go check out that package before we explore the house too much. Yeah, so far this is setting up a nice little basis for a story. Puzzles don't seem too overboard so far, but Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something there. Definitely. There's a music cue. God, what did I miss? Oh, alright. Alright, so let's go open our package here. Ah, okay. This was that missing book. Yeah, I'm probably gonna mispronounce it, but Kwanden are pretty much Japanese ghost stories. For those of you that caught the Kuon LP I did a few years ago, that's pretty much what Kuon was all about. And that's also pretty much what the Snow Woman story was. I think another pretty well-known one had to do with a blind musician that would go play for an army of the dead. Except he didn't know he was playing for an army of the dead, and they were going to take him to the afterlife to forever sing their praises. But, alright, that wasn't on before. I'm pretty sure this is broken. Yeah. Oh, alright. So let's, now I feel like something else might be different in the room, but that doesn't seem like it. Yeah, let's put that book back. Feels like it's hitting something. Ah, okay. Let's see. It's a bit hard to tell. So, I'll put that away. So, is there something? I think that's just pillow. I guess we'll put the piece back in. That doesn't really look like... Actually... Alright, so maybe that bottom portion is... Actually, yeah, that looks like that more could be north. Alright, so let's replace that missing button. Oops. And just to double check, let's research notes. No. I think it was this one. So west, east, and north. Alright. So I think then if this is north, this will be south, and this will be west and east. So it'll be this, and this. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Is that a monkey? It's a weird pair of goggles. That is definitely some type of ape mask. Ooh, okay. That kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. So we have supernatural vision. And what the fuck was that? I guess he's not hiding under the cushions. And nothing there, so that's good. Don't want to move. Alright, so it looked like it's reacting to something here. Oh, okay. Let's see what the page says. Josie, if you're reading this, something must have happened. Truth is that I'm being threatened by the woodcutter. He wants to turn our plans over for the Lunar Dream apparatus. That sounds... alright. Sounds like something. I'll not yield to blackmail. That's pretty good. I'll lock our research away in the safe upstairs. Burn the house down if you have to. Alright, so things were in a pretty dire state. Mr. Bullet here was being threatened and felt that his research didn't fall into the wrong hands. And looks like we found our primary suspect, who still could be one of his 3 or 4 other, people that he kept in touch with. I guess it couldn't be Josie here because he seemed to trust her. I bet there's evidence in that safe. Alright. So let's see. Which way would be upstairs? Maybe... I guess this way. Haven't explored either of the other 2 doors. Alright, it's not that way. I'm kind of wondering, we still have the freakish monkey mask. Looks like we can use that to... maybe it'll uncover more stuff. It's kind of hard to say. There we go. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the controls. I don't really need to review. Oh. Alright, so... I guess this is just to make sure that you are paying attention, which I think I have been. So, his body was found by the errand boy, Bobby. Alright. It's possible, though I don't really see a motive. He was worried about losing his secret research. Somebody wanted his research, maybe enough to kill. He's being blackmailed by the woodcutter, even though I don't ever trust this anonymous. They seem to pop up everywhere. This is the kind of juicy detail that I don't understand. Alright. So, I guess this would be... yeah, alright. Not too many options for places to go. Some slightly foreboding drums. Left or right? Let's try left. Don't know why. Alright, we got a pretty Spartan-looking setup here. Nothing going on up there if you start our exploring. Yeah. Not a lot in the way of clothing, though, considering the state of downstairs, I guess Stuff could be already moved out and about. Alright. There's nothing in there. Okay. Here it says helicopter may win That's weird spacing. I assume it means Vietnam, not... Yeah, I think that's Vietnam. Yeah, I could definitely see helicopters being pretty pivotal. Most effective weapon the Viet Cong have is terror. I think a lot of cultures probably use terror to their advantage. Now, before we do that, let's finish exploring. I get a feeling that since it's telling us to do that, it's probably because it'll cause something to happen. Today is an anniversary. It was 5 years ago today that I found Dad's name on an old research paper. I didn't know he'd been to college. So Dad ran out on Mom. Mama died. I used to hate him, hate the idea of him, hated Mom too. Alright, so she thought her dad was, or someone thought their dad was deadbeat. I'm actually not sure if this is Josie's room or the doctor's. I guess this is more likely Josie's room. Yeah, okay. So she came here looking for her father. I guess got this job as the assistant to the doctor. Still lots of birds. Okay, it's kind of disorienting. It's a small dial. Yeah, it doesn't... There's no interacting with the dial.
It might say reporter on my desk, but I spend most of my time at the Standard making coffee for my editor. I'm tired of writing the gossip column. This story is my shot at the big leagues. When I prove that Bullard was murdered, all the big papers will come calling. I'll finally escape this backwater town. This is it. The chance I've been waiting for.
Alright, so I guess whenever we find those red handprints, we can get more backstory on Patricia. Looks like she has, she's probably not been treated with the most respect. Which, you know, I can say is probably something that still happens even today with the lady folk, which is pretty bad. And hopefully this possibly can be her big break. There's a pretty large sense of foreboding, pretty much with everything here, which is good. I mean, the game sets up a pretty bleak atmosphere here. I mean, this could be, you know, well, it's the middle of nowhere, Kansas, so not the happiest place to be. Aha. Here is your latest chapter all typed up, so you can get it published. Alright, so I guess Bobby was not only an errand boy, but he was also a writer. I was getting Josie to help him with his fantasy story, maybe? Maybe a murder mystery? His feet dangling off the edge like spaghetti. That's, I guess good Well, not metaphor, simile. There you go. The man was inked. Weird lines crisscrossed every inch of his skin like Indian war paint. Some odd tattoos. Alright, so this is possibly a murder mystery. Much like the one we are in right now. So he put it together like a jigsaw puzzle. There's a map. Alright, so there's a map on this man's skin. That's how we found our way to the cave. So there's more to Bobby. So maybe something that Josie was hiding from Dr. Bullard. Anything else? No? Okay. Very simple bed. Yeah, we kind of got that down at this point. Alright, so seems to be everything in here. So let's check out that mirror. It's wanting us to put back on our monkey mask here. We've lost our reflection. Let's see. Alright, so I mean, we already kind of got the impression that there's something going on with the chest here. Does the mask help? Guys. Alright. So there's something of interest in the chest. Kind of wondering where that figure went. Nice. Still there. Can't tell if we're missing a piece of the puzzle or... I mean, I don't think we can kneel. I don't think having the mask... Yeah, we can't investigate while the mask is on. Alright, so... maybe we're just... I feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle here. Yeah. Alright. Let's check out the other room real quick. Just for curiosity's sake. Alright. Nothing there. So we can assume that this is probably the Dr. Bullard's bedroom. Let's see, what do we got? Anything in the fireplace? I guess he must have loved a good roaring fire. Is that a record? Plate with a circular dial. Ah, alright. So I guess that's something to open up that chest in the other room. But, oh, we got maybe another little piece of Patricia here.
Bill told me to cover Bullard's death, but he's just looking for gossip about the young assistant. But I took it seriously, did the research, followed every lead, like a real journalist would. It paid off. I found something everybody else missed. A note, a half-thought, scribbled in the margins of the coroner's draft report. It read, "Hypothermia in summer?"
That would be pretty strange. I mean, I guess if you were found in a freezer or something, but yeah. It's not what I really call a natural cause of death out in the middle of nowhere. Though it could honestly probably play into that whole story of the snow woman. The snow lady. I think it was Snow Lady. Let's see. So it's a little bit annoying that it just kind of keeps the text up and it blocks you investigating other things. Also, I'm assuming I can't unplug that, yeah. This place has been pretty thoroughly ransacked. But there is our safe holding all of all that secret research, I assume. But yeah, as with most safes, it is safely locked up. Thankfully, we did search over here because there is a... Can we get that slip of paper? There we go. We did a test run of the idiofocal lenses today. I'm assuming that those are what we placed into the monkey mask. Mining dreams, so Josie wasn't totally on board with it. As a control mnemonic, the mask works pretty well. Subconscious thoughts potentially dangerous. And permanent augmentation might require a larger apparatus than a monkey mask. Perhaps the moon! Man, I would be terrified if they put some kind of weird-ass lenses on the moon that made me see anything that I'm currently seeing with that mask on. Alright, so we found the safe. And I did notice that there was a little memo over here. James Lowry? It's a new name. I don't think we've had the name Lowry mentioned. I don't think, at least. But yeah, it looks like someone's torn up a photo. Shouldn't be too hard to get this back. Hopefully it's not super necessary to be accurate. It's a little bit off, but that's okay. So, two guys, possibly... Oh, it's a little bit off. Two men on a ship. Now, we did get that article in the other room about the guy going on about how great helicopters are going to be in Vietnam. So... Bullard was stationed on a ship in World War II. And we finally get that name, James Lowry, so... something must have happened during World War II that might cause a scandal for Bullard. Alright, so nothing in any of these drawers. Yeah, everything's already packed, so... let's see what our monkey mask can reveal. Hey there. Just hanging out. That's good. I don't assume he's trying to get our... I mean, maybe he was trying to get our attention over to that corner, but... I don't assume that there is anything on the wall here outside of him. Hey there. It doesn't look very comfortable. Yeah, I'm assuming that it was just to draw our attention over to the emblem behind the wood. Alright, so let us open up that chest. Maybe it has a hint. The combination. So far, I'm liking the pace of this so well. I mean, there's a mystery definitely starting to occur. And we're getting more and more backstory about our main character, which I am enjoying. And so far, none of the puzzles are, too difficult. Which I'm assuming since this is a start, it's probably going to start simply enough. Alright, so we got a dial puzzle. Ah, okay. I think this is going to be a phoenix, probably. Or a bird. Probably a phoenix. Crane, maybe. Alright, so we got a treasure trove of stuff to take. Small wooden knob. Alright. Josie stuff. The note. Built a chassis for a new weather device. She would be 54, so dead. I've written about it over and over. It's 5 years old in our apartment in Chicago. It's dark. Got out of bed to get some water. Some sound is coming from Mama's room. There's a tall man standing over her. He has his hands around her neck. Hot air coming out of his mouth. Alright. Horrible reoccurring dream. Pretty sure I saw a drawer with a missing knob. Did we? Oh yeah, down in the, where we found the package. Otherwise, yep. Doesn't seem to be anything else in there. Monkey mask isn't revealing anything new. Just running through everything, making sure I don't miss anything. I am glad the game did remind me of the fact that there was a drawer downstairs, maybe with a missing knob. I totally would have. All right. That. Yeah. I did not realize there would be hiding mechanics. Not sure what to do. What? Alright. So. Ooh, okay. So we died. I guess that's as good a place of it as any. Maybe to call this a video, because I guess this is probably running a little long. But yeah, that definitely caught my interest. That actually had my heart skip a beat. That was pretty dreadful. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little look. Hopefully you guys might be interested in this game whenever it comes out. I definitely am. And yeah, see you guys later.